All right, what's going on, guys? It's MJ here with MJ's Luxury Living Media. I hope you're doing well and blessed. It is Monday, and I know you are wondering what's happening. The madness is going on, so we're here to talk about it. I have a special client here with me. Her name is Jessica. She will be introducing herself. Jessica.
Happy Monday.
Hey, hey, how you doing? How you feeling?
Good, good.
Good. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and what your questions are today.
Okay, so my name is Jessica. I'm 26 years old and I recently got married. And one of our goals is to buy a home. And
Congratulations.
thank you. And I want to learn how to prepare properly to buy a home and not be in super debt.
Definitely makes sense. I know that that's a big concern of a lot of buyers. So, okay. I know you gave me the area codes that you were most interested in, right?
Yes.
Four areas. And what was the questions you had?
So for the zip code areas that I gave you, I want to know kind of what the prices are that work for the budget that I have
Okay.
and how long a home usually stays on the market.
Perfect. So, the madness of Monday, here we are. So, your first question for within your price range, I know your pre-approval letter was in that 500,000 figure, but I told you if we had to max out, we could. But if I could, I want to save you 100,000. So, what I did is I looked all the areas in those four area codes. We have 89032. 89117, 89128, and 89148. So anybody listening, if these are your areas of interest, you might find this informational. So for your budget here, if you see on the screen, I got it at $400,000 or less. Property sizes or property types, I got family, single family, condominiums, and townhomes. I know that's what you're interested in. All construction types, all sizes, and all bedrooms. And we got some numbers here. So it appears that the median price as of August of this year in those areas, depending on, we can go through in the 89032, that average price was about 341,000. 89117, that was about 270,000, about half of what you are approved of. So there you go. If you find the house of your dreams, you can save about half. 89128 at 238,000, and then we got 89148 at 375,000 roughly. And as you see those negative numbers, it says that all of those prices have been decreasing from the year prior. So that's good news. For your second question, as far as the days on the market, what it appears is usually, as of last year, a buyer had about 17 roughly days there on the market. You kind of see that there.
Mm-hmm.
Now it appears that buyers have a little bit less time. So from 2002, we had about 19 days right here. Let's just say at that top number right here in the 89128. I think that's like the Centennial area. So about 19 days is what it would take from the time a person posted the ad to sell the house. In about 19 days, that house was taken off. So that's about 3 weeks. So in a seller's market, that's very good because you have your house sold really quickly. But for you as a buyer, that means you got to make sure that you like and love your house in 19 days, or it could possibly fall out your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give you an idea, if you look at 2021, look at that number. What does it say?
Seven.
Yeah, seven, five. You had about a week. So could you imagine going to shop for a home and only having 5 days
Mm-hmm.
to go view it, figure out if you liked it and loved it, and draft an offer for it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Competitive, yeah. So yeah, so that's a basic overall of the days on the market and the average price. So it seems that you would be paying around roughly in between that 350,000 mark to the lowest number around $230,000 mark, to answer your question specifically. And days on the market, it appears you have somewhere around 10 to 14 days.
Nice. That's why it's so important for me to learn how to be prepared for this
Yes, ma'am.
because it could change, right?
It really can, and the best thing is a lot of people need to know how much time do I have. Like if you
Yes.
thought you can go on a vacation and come back and submit an offer, house might be gone. So, very important information. So yeah. So what's your second question?
Can you calculate if the market is gonna go up or down for the houses?
That is a very good question. And the correct answer would be it is impossible to predict with accuracy what's going to happen. But what we like to do as analysts is to find trends. So, of course, with everything, with any industry, it has a trend. And that's what we do. And that's how we calculate what we feel is going to happen. So, considering what's going on now, if we were to look at the data we have, I pulled up the sales price again, and this is a 3 year span. And if I were to extend this, if I could, it doesn't seem like it wants me to. So we'll keep it. Oh, actually, let's go to a line graph, and I think it'll give me more of a time frame. So we'll do a 10 year time frame. Let it crunch some numbers out. And what it's gonna populate here for us is the price over time. And we can also know what's going on, obviously, in these times, such as like 2020, we know COVID was happening, so we can understand why things are happening or what might happen. But to answer your question specifically, it would be impossible, but a really good realtor like myself will have a really good idea. Okay, now that the data has finally calculated, predicting the market again, I have the sales price over 10 years. And as you can see with just plain sight in this line graph from 2013 when houses were $153,000, what a time to live in. And we can see that over time it's increased. So going to where we are now, it seems that it's reached its peak somewhere here and that it's slightly going down, right? Depends on what market we're talking about. Because over here in 2002, it looks like 2008, 89117 drops it significantly, almost $100,000 if we look at it here. So depending on the market, um, we can get a good idea of what's going on if we're really involved with that market. So, depending on what area you're looking at, a really good realtor, like I said, can do some research and get a really good idea of what's going on. All right, and then you said that you had a third question.
So how can my husband and I prepare to buy a house in the next couple years?
Well, first, I want to applaud you and your husband for taking the steps to becoming homeowners. That is a very good step, so applaud for you guys.
Thank
Um,
you.
but the ultimate step is a decision to be made with both of you in the room. And what I like to do with all my clients is sit you guys down and do a buyer's consultation. And in there, I would ask you some detailed questions to kind of pick your guys' brain. And so, what you can do to prepare is one, get with the realtor like myself that will sit you guys both down and put together a plan of action with both of your goals and needs, financial needs, and all included. We put it all on the table and formulate a plan. And that's the best way to get prepared. And outside of that, it would be save, 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 save. Buying a home and starting off with equity is a very powerful move. I know a lot of people start with the 3.5% down, but if you can get to that 20%, it will be very lucrative for you. So that would be my advice: is to save and to communicate your guys' goals, so you both have a really good understanding of what you both want for the future.
How does like credit work, and do you have like a kind of like a saving plan?
Yes, I do. And as far as credit, it depends on, of course, what lender you go with. But I've seen people get approved with as low as a 580 credit score. Of course, there are some requirements and some income thresholds, but for the most part, if you have around, I'll say a 620 or above, low debt to income ratio, Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have some really good ones that I can refer you to, expertise. But I have heard that those are the biggest things that impact credit. So having steady income and less debt to income ratio are big determining factors. And then with that, a savings plan is always good as far as depending on the time frame you're looking for. So if you are looking to do it in a year, then you can sit down and figure out if we want to save $20,000 and this is our income, this is how much we need to save per month to get to that goal. And that is something that I offer. So best bet is to save and again sit down with a realtor.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you again for sitting with me through the madness, everybody. This again is MJ and my wonderful client Jessica. So I appreciate you again for taking the time to ask me those valuable questions, and I really hope that I answered them for you thoroughly.
Thank you.
Thank you.